Alright, man, so I'm making this video to help you do your walls. Depending on where you spawn, obviously you're gonna have like different areas that you control. So let's pretend that, you started out here on the very bottom. This is the one where you're not thing. So the first thing you should have, if you haven't already, is go to your options. Go to, let's see, I think it's game options. Yeah, here, camera rotation. You want to make sure this bitch is checked right here and then hit apply. The reason is because it allows you to do this. You hold down shift and do your mouse wheel, and that makes it a lot easier when you're like trying to like build walls and shit. Because sometimes you're trying to build them and they're just like weird. And also it helps if you have it set like this once the fight starts. Because you always know that south is, is us. And north is always going to be the enemy. But, that's just whatever. Sorry, so you're starting back here. So the way that it works is that your whole responsibility is from this right here, from the trade post, all the way here to this corner. So this whole section here is your responsibility. So you got to take care of like walling that entire thing. Now, if you're in the middle, it's from this trading post, and this is where it gets a little weird. So it's like from that trading post, you can go like all the way up here, and then they got this corner here, this trading post to this wall, and then from this trading post like all the way like kind of like halfway. So that's the only part that's kind of like I don't know, but yeah. So anyways, you're over here. So the very first thing you want to do is obviously you want to start sending. So once your choppers, you want to send them to this area. So like down here. So wherever you're gonna put your factory. So in this map, in this location, ideally you want them like right here. Not over here, because over here is where you want to put walls. So you want to have them kind of like this area. So this is the first area where you would want to send your choppers to. And make sure, now once that's done, then at that point you want to make sure that you're clearing like the area where you're going to be building. So like shit like this, you're not going to be able to build over it if there's that. So you need to send your explorer to make sure you're killing all that and clearing it out. Obviously, sending all your trees and everything. So remember, from the trading post, just look at that like whole area here and see if there's anything in the way that's going to cause that. So there's two ways you can go about making the walls. You can make the layer of the wall on the outside, or you could do what a lot of people like to do is like making like the military buildings on the outside. So we'll go with that, the military buildings. I'm gonna turn on cheats here just for the sake of time. So let's see here, speed always wins. Alright. So and here, by the way, rotate your building like that as well. So here's where we can test kind of like how far out we can go with this. So see, that's as far as it goes there. So click, come all the way over here. Like, oh, look, like you can go way the fuck up here. There you go. Look, another one high up. There you go. There you go. Right there. Okay, see, here you can't. You have to come all the way back here. Same thing here. There we go. So let's get more villagers out here just to make this shit faster. Alright, so now you have like a base. Like, see that? You have your red dots. Now you're like, oh, okay, so that's where I can build. So that's like your maximum like area that you can build. So now you go right here. You want the starting point needs to click. See, like you put it through and it'll click by itself. You don't want to like dig it in there because then it's not gonna work. So let it click on its own like that. Hold down shift and do not let go. And then wait for it. Boom, there it is. Click down. And then so the next one is the same thing. So here's what you do. You go like that and then get as close as you can there. Same thing, wait for the pot. There you go. Again. And try to get it as straight as you can at this point because you already have like the guide. And again, you're not letting go of shift. So here is where it's like a little trickier. Here you can just kind of go like that. There you go. See? There we go. It's a little too far out. Boom. And then there. And then there. And now here, see, like, this is where it gets a little weird. So I would rotate my camera because I'm still holding down shift, so I can rotate with just my scroll wheel. There we go. A little more. There we go. And then get the pot. Now here's where you could either just go like that, or you could do what I do is and just look for the part where it extends all the way, which is right there. And click the last one, do your keybind, and then delete. And then that's it. Look, it should all be clean because all I did was just pop. And now your wall is perfect. And now you can literally make military buildings on the outside with no problem. And then again, same thing, click anywhere, and then keybind. There you go, boom, you have gates. And now you can build your military buildings, here. And rotate your buildings like that just to make it easier.
Строитель. Строитель.
Look at that.
Строитель.
You have like actual room to do it in. Obviously, on this particular section, I mean, I wouldn't put a lot of military buildings here because obviously this shit is just gonna get blasted with mortars if the enemy's good. So you got your outside gate. And that's a big ass fucking wall. You've covered a lot of area there. So at this point, like, you would want to put like, so you want to go like as close as you can there. So there, look, there's the pot. There it is. Same thing. 2 layers. Boom. 2 layers. Wait for the pot. Boom. 2 layers. Wait for the pot. Boom. Same thing. Pot. Boom. Wait for the pot. Bam. Right there. And then rotate your camera to make it easier to see. And then bam. Right there. Right there. Right there. We're gonna rotate the camera again a little bit. There we go. And see, like, you're gonna run into like spots like this. So alright, so right there, like, see, if I get as close as I can right there, then it's gonna be awkward to get to that area that I want to get to. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna let it pop, and without extending it more, I'm gonna just push it a little bit, ever so slightly this way, so that it gives me enough room to go that way. See? And now if I go straight, it's gonna extend the wall way too much. So sometimes all you can do is just get the one, and then same thing, get the one again, and then here you're gonna have to like do like an extra little bit there. And then click, delete. Get your gates out. There you go. And see, now you have that like extra little piece there, which is fine. It's not a big deal. There we go. Now we got 2 layers. And then you do want to wall up like here, this section here. Kind of like that should be like the other person's job, but if they're not doing it, same thing. Just go straight. Nothing too crazy. Just at least 1 layer so that if they get fucked, they don't fuck you. And I think I'm actually going to more like way further than I should have, but that's fine. Let's see. Okay, boom. And then see, like here you could just go like that. And again, I'm rotating just to make it easier. But see, now little trick is these right here, actually you can go into them. So like this. Look at that. There you go. So, click. There you go. So now you have your entire rotation. And there you go. It's just walls. So you're going to make like a bunch of walls here. Like that. And that's all it is. It's not like complicated. It's very, very easy. It takes patience. That's all it is. And you saw how I fucking built my how I made it to where the factories were basically impossible to hit unless, we were completely done. So this should honestly, we should be doing like 7 layers. 7 layers deep. This map has enough wood that we should be doing like 7 layers. Like them hitting our eco should be like next to impossible unless we're like already, the game's over pretty much. Alright, so moving on we'll go to the very deep end here. To this, so say you spawn over here. You're the one that, is closest to the edge here. So we're gonna go here. So this right here is a choke that you need to be careful with, because a lot of people like to hit that choke there. Now this one, personally, I don't give a fuck about. I just make it, however. But if you want to make it pretty, you can. You can make same thing. You can put a military building there, just to kind of and like push it as far out as you can. See, like here, like this one's kind of weird. like there. There it
Строитель.
is.
Готово.
Same thing. Make your wall. Make for the pot. See now here, like you're losing space by doing this. So instead of doing the double like this, you're just gonna do one. So right there, boom. Okay, there. Click. Now do a two. There you go, two. And notice that there's like this little gap here. You need to pay attention to that. So extend it out a little bit and see like right there. Okay, there. Click, delete. And that little thing right there, that's fine.
Здравствуйте.
And now here, like you could either take your time here, or you could just not give a fuck, which like I said, I don't really care about this little spot like this. It's whatever.
Что? Строитель. Здравствуйте, строитель.
Alright, so this, like, you want to go like 7 deep. You want to come out to like right here, to, you know, as far as that goes. So let's move on to this side here. Where did this villager go? Yo, this bitch like straight up disappeared, didn't she? Okay, I'm tripping. Oh, there she is. She's fucking hiding in there. Okay.
Правильно.
So,
Будет сделано.
this right here, same concept. As over there, here you definitely want to do it this way, because you know you want to be able to get your military buildings out. So very important that you clear out this whole area of trees as quickly as possible. Like your choppers need to be out here as soon as you make room for your, you know,
Строитель.
your military buildings. I'm sorry, your factories.
Строитель.
So same thing. Go as far out as you can like that with your military buildings.
Строитель.
You know, you can do barracks or whatever.
Строитель.
And then, see like right here? So that's where it kind of dips. See? So once you get that dip right there, that means that's as far as you're going to go.
Строитель.
You're not going to try to go further than that. Let the other person deal with that gap there. And honestly, this one, like, even I went too far. That's not even necessary. So at this point, same concept. So you can put this anywhere that it pops like that, that's good right there. So there we go, like this, get the two, get the two, get the two. I should have cleared that chest right here, but I didn't, whatever. Get the two. Now here, you can kind of like figure out, okay, what do you want to do? Do you want to go straight back like that and just say fuck whoever's in the middle? If we're playing together, yeah, we'll keep going and you and I will like wall each other like that and just go all the way here. We can do that. But if you're playing like with someone that you don't want to wall them up, that's fine. Just go this with it. And just make one layer like this. And see, I think I extended this too much, that last one there, so that might have a gap. Yeah, see, there's a gap here. So when you have a gap like that, just you could either delete the whole thing and start over, or which is not ideal sometimes. So just click the two, delete those two, and then make a new wall over it like this. And then you can actually go into the wall. See how that's what I meant. You can go into it, and then like this, and then just delete the pillars again, and then boom, that's it. Now you don't have a gap.
The gods demand that you give Orinoco wood.
And then same thing here. You just create like 7 layers
for
back
sacrificial offerings.
on this end like that, and you just create like 7 layers, and you have your military buildings on the outside, so that you can get your shit out and they're not getting stuck in the walls. And then here you can either do a couple layers here if you want. You don't have to. I mean, it just depends again who you're playing with, how they want to deal with. Like if it's you and me, we don't need layers in between us. That's fine. But we do need to go like heavy here and heavy up here. And then this, if you're in the middle, that's honestly that's like the easiest place to be, because your job is to go from here, the trading post, to this right here. Literally, it's just a straight line. That's all you're doing.
Готово.
So I would recommend starting from the top here. Or you could do the building thing, you know, whichever. I like the building thing because it makes it, like you can get like more clearly you know, what your buildings are. I don't know why this dumbass put this building here, but it's the computer. Let's see. Okay,
Строитель.
it's pretty far back. And then this one's like randomly all the way up there. So this is what you're talking about, where you get frustrated. It's like, okay, why the fuck is it so, you know, such a difference?
Приказ?
Let me get my explorer out there. We can just get a clean wall here.
Что будет сделано?
Apparently it doesn't destroy them. Okay.
Готов. Бой.
Приказ? Что сделаю?
Приказ. Будет отбой.
Да.
Okay, so you got it cleared, you got all the trees taken care of, and you know what your
Приказ?
you know what your walls are supposed to look like. So let's see. Okay, here we are. So same thing. Wait for that pop right there. So if you go over here, you can also do it right here. I would do it right here. This is better than doing, because if you start over here, it doesn't give you enough room to do more. But start right there. Same thing. If it turns red like that on the tip, that's okay. That's not a big deal, because you're gonna delete it anyways. Or you can just keep rotating it till you find like the perfect spot. See right there, that's fucked up. You don't want that. You want it right there. And always, like, when you start it like that, making sure that, you know, you still got it in the right place with the pop. So there we go. So we're gonna keep going and rotate your camera like that if you know, to get a better angle. And see here, here's that thing we were talking about, like, I don't know how to do the corner. So, you know, if you go like this, you're gonna go too far that way. So again, only you could either make one long one like that, or here's what I do. I take a little corner one like this. Before it actually see how it creates two? Before it creates that second pillar, go back a little bit. There you go. It went away. Click, and then you can make your double. And just keep going. And then here, like, that shouldn't be in the way, but it is, so whatever. Oh, actually, you know what? He's not even in the way. It's fine. And then, like, here, like, see, if I pop that like that, that's going to create a gap. So you want to go a little further back, just a bit, to that point where it's perfect. There you go. And then click your pillars, delete them, create your gates. Look at that. That's great. See, like, to me, this looks like, I hate this right here like this. So that's kind of up. So here's what I do. So I'm like, all right, cool. So this is so from right here, you can actually put the pillar inside of it like that. If you put it like just right in the corner, there, like, you can just pick up where you left out like that. And then like that. And then here, just make one. Click. Delete the pillars. And that will still connect with that wall, and it'll still work. And now here, you just have to make a straight line. That's it. Literally, 7 layers of walls right here. Boom. They ain't getting in your shit. And you have your military buildings on the outside, and you have this little area right here where you can make like a bunch of like military buildings, get your towers out, whatever you need to do. And that's it. That's how you make the walls. And there's a gap there because I fucked that up. So you can just delete those two and then, you know, do it again.
Готов.
Let's see. Now if you do that where you delete it, put it like right, kind of like where the pillar would have been. Put it right there like that, and then wait for the pop. There it is. So that's why I see I extended it too far, and that's probably why. And so that's okay. So pop, and then we're just gonna make, see, same concept. Remember what I said? When it creates the two like that, just go back, wait for it to go away. There, it's gone. Click, and then delete the pillars. That's it. It'll stick out a little bit, and that don't fucking matter. Because these walls, like, when you have gates like that, like, they just go right through them, like, they don't get stuck.
Здравствуйте.
See,
Сделаю. Строитель. Готов.
so it doesn't matter. It's
Сделаю
just,
правильно.
they just get right through. So that's how you make the walls, man. That's all it is. And then just keep, you know, keep making layers and layers and layers, and that's it. And then your eco, like, this right here is all fucking wrong. Like, you don't want this shit like this all fucking separate.
Что?
So here's, and then I'm gonna spin the camera around because see, when I'm building, it's easier for me to look at it from this perspective because I just keep putting buildings in the back and keep bringing them back. So let's see here. Okay. So we have, okay, there we go. So select the deck. Get our factories out. That's really, yeah, that's all I really need for this. Okay, so
Здравствуйте.
factories.
Да. Будет сделано. Приказ?
So say that you're playing with an asshole team, you know, this map is not exactly the greatest example for this, but here's the thing,
Правильно.
like, you gotta pay attention to this. So like, you do not want your factories anywhere near this shit at all. And say for whatever reason you can't take your factories back here, that's okay. It's not a big deal. So, but just make sure you're putting them all the way over here. So you give yourself enough room. And sometimes it'll say you can't, you know, you can't build here, whatever. That's okay. Just bring it a little bit forward.
Будет сделано.
And then same thing right here like this. Alright, so we got them right next to each other.
Готов.
Okay, we're gonna raise
Приказ?
some villagers there.
Сделаю.
Now, here's the thing here. Some people like to get these rockets out of that. I haven't been in a situation where that's been a good idea, so I don't do that. But I mean, if you do, then this method that I'm going to show you is not exactly the best way to go about it. Do houses. So take your houses.
Строитель.
this.
Строитель. 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 Строитель.
There we go. Now once you got those made, then make a layer. See, like here's again, like, okay, that's like too big right there, right? Same thing, just make one like that and kind of put it at an angle, and then do another little baby one like this. Look at that. Okay, and then go this way. Same thing here. See, we don't want to go all the way out, so we're just gonna make one. We're gonna make another one like this, and then we're gonna go out that way. Boom. There you go. So now you just, you know, you just blocked it off. Make sure you make your gate so that they can get through.
Приказ? Правильно.
And then put some military buildings around it, just, you know, to defend it if you have to.
Строитель.
Doesn't have to be anything crazy.
Строитель.
Make sure you're doing those walls so that you can make gates, in case something gets stuck in there or whatever. It'll just be a lot less of a pain in the ass. And if you want to put another, and I mean, and I do get crazy, so I'll put another fucking layer like this just in case. It's like if they get to the point where they've gotten to my factories, that's because that's it. I mean, I'm out. You know? So there you go. So factories are now secured. So now they have to get through this first layer, the military, then they have to get through the second layer, and then they have to get through the houses, and then they can get in there. Obviously they have, you know, artillery. I mean, yeah, artillery though, they're gonna blow it away from far away, and it doesn't fucking matter, but that's why this like extra layer will give you just enough time to get your horses out to like fuck them up. So yeah, that's it. That's how you build walls. And then like here, like obviously this wall right here was kind of fucked up because like it doesn't give you a whole lot of like room for your eco, so that's why you wouldn't do that. And then same thing with your eco, you want to put this shit like right here, and then like learn to make like rows. See, like here you can't build it because of the treaty. That's okay, go forward a little bit. And see, like here, if you do that, it's gonna be, so let me see, so if you move it around, you can kind of put it in a different direction. So go right there, boom, there you go. So then go like this, 1, 2, 3. Same thing here, so then go a little bit to the right. See, you gotta find your place. Okay, so this is a fucked up area for some reason for you. So then you can go this with it. 1, 2, 3. And then you can even turn it a little bit if you're trying to get all fancy as shit. See, look at that.
Строитель.
So now that you have all your once you make all your eco, so see this is bad here. So then you would have to delete this one. And like, you know, playing more and more, that's kind of where you're gonna be like, oh, okay, so I can build here and here I can't, and that's just gonna come with practice. So here, wait for the pot. I wonder if it's fucking up. Okay, there it is. And we're gonna go straight. Yeah, this shit is not like. Okay, so let's just do one wall at a time. There we go. So see how I was just patient and finding like that right spot with just one wall and then build a second one? Sometimes that's what you have to do. See like spots like this where it's like, so you might have to just go around something and that's okay. And honestly that's better because you're protecting your town center. But continue to do the double wall like this so that your shit's not getting stuck. See here? It's red. So just move it a little bit. Boom, now it's not red. And then here you can go like this on the wall. And then like, see? There it is. Boom. And delete everything. And they should all have gates. Look at that. It's all walled off. It's not taking a lot of room. And there's your eco. And your eco is protected. So anyways, man. Hope that helps.